Dave Rubin, who is the host of the Rubin Report on YouTube, has made a video entitled "The Left is No Longer Liberal." And basically, it's a video defaming the famous regressive left, whoever the fuck that may be. And he basically goes on to talk about things that this so-called regressive left do, which is try to be victims and then have groups over individuals and things like this. And there's no doubt there are certain people like this and that are going to be, we talk about this often too, because there are times where certain things will get in front of them, like, I don't know, being a Hillary supporter will get in the way of actually seeing her problems and Bernie Sanders' pros or something of that nature. But what I see here is that, especially with the title, "The Left is No Longer Liberal." You're telling me the whole left is no longer liberal? And don't even try and tell me that's not what he said, because that's literally the title of the video. So, what I've seen from Dave Rubin, and he's a massive pro-Israel guy, so you kind of get the esque feeling from him that he's teetering towards the center. He's kind of a Bill Maher type of guy, but I would put Bill Maher a little more left than he is. But it seems like Dave Rubin is a kind of a centrist Democrat at best to me. And, he claims to be for rights of the individual, but he goes on to literally in the video basically defame all groups trying to fight for that. Black Lives Matter, pro-life, or not pro-life, pro-choice people. He brings up pro-life people as well, and he brings up, gay marches and stuff like that. And he basically, what he's doing is he's saying that when groups, paint another group with one brush, but he's doing the same thing. He's painting everyone with the same brush. So he is claiming that the left is no longer liberal. And while I'm sure there are people who aren't, the majority of the left is still liberal. And that is the truth about it, whether you like it or not. So saying things like the left is not liberal anymore is just not true. And he brings up examples of people like Larry Elder, who are black conservatives, who are coming out against the Black Lives Matter movement. Like, he is seemingly falling for one of the biggest, like, fake black Republican people and just these fake ideologies that give these few African Americans massive fame and massive money and all this, massive status. Kind of like Stacey Dash, but she got fired. And there's always a lot of these people, and you can seemingly see that his centrism is catching up to him very fast, because he's starting to teeter to the other side, massively to the other side. I mean, he will have a lot of people on his show, and that's fine and all, but he doesn't really check anybody, and it doesn't matter where they're from. So there will be people on the right that come on, and it'll just be, say whatever you want. I don't care. You're on my show. I'll give you my platform to spew your bullshit, but I'm not going to check you at all. And Dave Rubin is not someone who really seems to be all that objective, because someone who's objective doesn't paint a whole side of a political spectrum based off of the title of this fucking video, "The Left is No Longer Liberal." I consider myself part of the left, and I definitely consider myself a liberal, no doubt. So what he's doing is saying that they are painting people with one brush, but he's doing the same thing. So is he the one trying to use identity politics, or are they trying to use it, or are they both trying to use it? Because for me, it's not so much what group is liberal, what group is conservative, whatever that is. To me, it is who is more objective on the issues and the policy matter. So it seems that he is falling victim of what he is claiming other people, or he is criticizing other people for, and calling other people being victims for. And here's what it is. I've seen Dave Rubin, specifically on this being pro-Israel, is that he's seen, and I know where he's getting a lot of his rhetoric in this video from, and it is from people like Bill Maher and Sam Harris criticizing Islam and saying all Islamists are are radicals. And you can go back and look at the interview. They don't even specify. And then they go on to show these, these stats from the Middle East, and then they'll make some up off the fly, and it's like and then people will like get pissed because it's like, why would you paint all of them with the same brush? And it's as it, they seem to act like the actual doctrine or the written word is as if it's really that different from the Quran is, even though they're all based off of the same shit, and the only really difference is secularism and education and things like that. But anyways, Dave Rubin is teetering towards the center, and I think he's pushing more right at this point than he is left, and he's jumping on to grab onto this realm of trying to attack the left and kind of join this huge movement, because the reality is everyone is attacking the left. Everyone's attacking the shit out of the left, whether it be Hillary supporters, whether it be Bernie supporters. Of course, it's like a civil war in the left too, but to be, in all fairness, there is somewhat of a civil war in the right too, but there's this whole, what I would say, you could say a trend going on of people just attacking the left at this point for mainly losing the election. And then and to be fair, there's always, of course, going to be those SJWs and just who are not, but they are not the ones who really represent. And that is why I don't really care. I'm caring that people are objective, and my job as a person is to go issue by issue and make sure people are objective and try to make people objective on those certain policy and points. So he's just grabbing for attention and views, and that's really what he's doing, and that's what I'm seeing here. So instead of criticizing other people for identity politics and then you playing identity politics by saying the left is no longer liberal, that's what you're doing. I don't care about titles. What I care about is policy position and objectiveness.